I'm Joey Flores. It was May of 2011 that changed my life forever. And this is my 52 Sundays. Prior to May 2011, I like to feel like my life was pretty rough. However, I was raised in a loving family, but for me it just kind of started going downhill when my parents got divorced when I was 14. That was a tough time for me. I had to decide on who it was I was going to live with. My dad got stationed here to Eglin Air Force Base, and I decided I was going to go ahead and live with him. From that point on, I ended up getting caught up in the wrong crowd, obviously. That led my life down just a bad road. Got into drugs, drinking, all of this while in high school. I remember my senior year, I hardly attended school. I was very lucky to graduate. Shortly after I graduated high school, my dad remarried. Him and his wife moved, so I was here in Florida by myself. Continued to just hang out with all the wrong people, people that I believed were my friends. The day before I decided to go to the recruiter's office to sign up to go into the Air Force, I got arrested. I spent 3 days in jail, and I realized at that point I would never want to do that again. Once again, got mixed up with the same type of people, same exact type of people that I thought were my friends, that did drugs, drinking, premarital sex, always thinking that what I was doing was what was making me, what made me happy. Shortly thereafter, I turned 21. My mom is epileptic. She was having a spell of seizures, and I decided things weren't working out for me in Florida anymore, and my mom needed help, so I decided to leave, move to California and help her out the best I could. Ended up spending almost 6 years there, still doing the same things. Got mixed up with the same people, drinking, drugs, sex. Ended up meeting who is now my wife, and got married. Shortly thereafter, moved back to Florida. Still got mixed up with the same type of people. Drugs, drinking, and of course sex, which led me to be unfaithful to my wife. It led me to a point in my life that when my wife found out that I had been unfaithful, I had a nervous breakdown and nearly killed myself. While holding a shotgun at the time, I just started praying, and something came over me. There's something better for me out there. I didn't quite know what that was yet, but it led me within just a couple of days from that episode to go to my wife and tell her that I need to get into church. Started coming regularly from the very first day that I came. Heard several sermons. Every time I heard a sermon, it was speaking directly to me. At least that's how I felt. Realizing now that it was the Holy Spirit speaking to me and convicting me of everything that I had done. I was continuing to do even up to this point. It just made me want more, whatever it is that I was experiencing. So I kept coming, and I went home and told my wife, we really all need to start attending church. From that point on, my family has continuously been coming to Life Point Church. It was May of that same year, 2011, that Life Point Church, men's ministry, having their second annual Barbarian Games. And I told my wife, I said, that's something I want to get involved with. I want to go to that. And I remember that day vividly. Just experiencing the fellowship and being around men that had no fear in sharing what had happened in their past that led them to Christ continuously warmed my heart and made me feel welcome. From that point on, all I've wanted to do is continue to get involved in church, continue to do what I can to contribute to society and be a better man overall, be a better father and husband for my family and for my wife. I can't see myself going back to my past, I see what makes me happy now, and that's being on this walk with Christ. And that was my 52 Sundays.